Simon & Schuster Audio presents an Inner Traditions audiobook, Healing Trauma Through Family Constellations and Somatic Experiencing, Ancestral Wisdom from the Snail Clan of Tanzania, by Efu Nyaki, read by Paige. Forward, by Peter A. Levine, Ph.D. We all tend to believe in free will, that it is we who ultimately determine our destinies, that we are the captains of our own ships. Unbeknownst to us, however, we may be influenced by events and circumstances that our ancestors, and their ancestors in turn, experienced during lifetimes long past. And yet their impact persists outside the realm of our conscious awareness. These lingering ghosts exercise powerful influences on our emotions, reactions, behaviors, and choices. Some of these ancestral influences have had negative, even traumatic effects on us, while others are life-supporting and life-affirming. In this magnificent rendering, Efu Nyaki brings together her deep immersion in somatic experiencing, where she serves on the International Faculty and Legacy Faculty, Systemic Family Constellations Therapy, founded by Bert Hellinger, and a uniquely rich tradition from her tribal heritage. As you will hear later in her own words, Efu grew up in a small village in the foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania, where she heard many stories about healing from her grandfather. One of these stories was about a special snail that was sent to the Nyaki clan from the ancestors in order to protect them. When an injured warrior was brought back to the village, he was laid down next to the snail, which would heal his wounds by licking it. Currently, Efu directs a healing center in the northeast of Brazil. There, she and her snail healing team lick the wounds of their patients, the simple and poor people of João Pessoa. Now, in her groundbreaking book, Healing Trauma Through Family Constellations and Somatic Experiencing, Efu brings her tribal wisdom to her listeners, both professional and lay. She provides us with powerful tools so that we may have access to healing our own ancestral traumas and tribulations, and in turn allow them to provide us with their long-forgotten wisdom and the return to an innate wholeness that we all yearn for. Listen and be healed by Grandfather's Snail. Introduction. I am the dream of my ancestors. My name is Efu Nyaki, popularly known as Efu. While I was growing up in the village of Naganjoni Marangu, in the foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania, I heard many stories of healing from my grandfather. Some of the stories sounded very mysterious to me. One of the stories that my grandfather told us was about a special snail that resided behind the house of the chief of the Nyaki clan, our family clan. This special snail was sent to the Nyaki clan from the ancestors to protect them and guarantee the life of the clan for the future. The main purpose of the snail was to heal the people who were injured in war defending our clan, my grandfather told us. When an injured person was brought back home, that person was laid down next to the snail. Then the snail would move slowly closer to the injured person, crawl directly to the wound, and lick it. The snail would leave behind a slimy secretion that would heal the wound instantaneously. In this way, the injured person was able to get up, go back to war, and defend our clan. As a little child between the ages of 5 and 6 years old, I can remember being fascinated by this story and feeling so proud and happy to belong to the Nyaki clan, while imagining the power of healing that was granted to us from this special snail. I recall that as a little girl, I did not think much about the tribal war or its consequences, but I recall my grandfather's emphasis on the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?